Hello guys, this is CodeNCode and this is fifth lecture of updated number theory series. In this lecture, we are going to learn about the optimizations of Sieve algorithm. In the last lecture, we have learned Sieve algorithm and implemented the easiest version of it. Right. In this lecture, we'll see how we can actually optimize the code that we have learned in the last lecture. All right. So let's get started. So if you remember, this is the code that we wrote in the last lecture, right? So you to find all of the prime till n, you define an array of size n plus 1. Initially, mark all of them as prime number as true. 0 and 1 are not prime numbers, so we'll set them as false. Starting from 2, we'll go till n. For each number, we'll check whether this is a prime or not. If this is a prime, we'll cross out all of its multiple starting from its second multiple. Like if I find out 5 is a prime number, starting from 10, I'll cross out all of the multiple of it, right? And that's exactly what this code does. But there are a lot of optimization you can do in this code to make it run faster. So let's take a look at it. So if you remember, this is how this is the visualization of Sieve algorithm, right? We start from 2. 2 is a prime number. We'll go ahead and cross out all of its multiple 4, 6, 8, 10, x, y, z, whatever that is. Then we'll move on to 3. We'll move on to 4. 4 is not a prime number. We'll do nothing about it. We go to 5. 5 is a prime number. Cross out all its multiple. 6 not a prime number. Move on. 7. Let's say I'm at 7. Right. So I'll cross out all of its multiple. Right. Starting from 14. Let's go ahead and cross out 14. Boom. 14 is already crossed out. Okay. 21 already crossed out. 28, same story. 35, 42 already crossed out. So you see, we are making a lot of iteration 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, which are already have been taken care of. So we don't need to do all of this. First multiple of 7 that I'm able to cross out is 49. What is special about 49? It's actually square of 7, right? What is the story? See, I'll start from twice of 7. 2 times 7, 3 times 7, 4 times 7, 5 times 7, 6 times 7. But you see, 2 times 7 has already been taken care of when we were processing 2, right? Because 2 times 7 is also multiple of 2. So when we were processing 2, we had already crossed out 2 times 7, and that is why 14 is already crossed out. Same story for 3 times 7. 3 times 7 has already been taken care of when we were at 3. Same goes for 4 times 7, 5 times 7, 6 times 7. That is why when you're processing a number p, till p minus 1, you have already taken care. So that is why you'll start from p square, right? And that is why the first number that you will be able to cross out will be square of that number. So instead of starting from twice of I, what we are doing here for loop j, start from I square. One optimization. Second thing, we now know the first number a prime is able to cross out in Sieve algorithm is square of it, right? So where should we stop this? You remember we are going till n, the ith loop for I is equals to 2 and I is less than equals to n, this loop, right? We are going till n, but is it necessary? For example, let's say 11 is a prime number. What will be the first number it is able to cross out? 121, right? Is it here? No. Then why am I going ahead? Any number like 11, 12, 13, 14, you won't be able to cross out any number because the first number they'll be able to cross out will be their square. And even a 8 square is above 64. So where you should go till what point for the ith loop? For the ith loop, you have to go till the point which is less than equals to square root of n, right? Because if you go beyond that, it is above n, right? The first number, the prime number that you found, let's say 11, if you take a square of it, it is above 60, above n. So inner loop, the loop with j should start from I square, right? Because that is the first number I'll be able to cross out. And the outer loop, the I, should stop when I reaches less than or equal to, sorry, above square root of n. So there are two optimization you can make to the code. So if I show you the code now, everything same here. Here you see I'm going till square root of n only, because any number greater than that won't be able to cross out a single thing, right? Similarly, in the inside loop, instead of starting from twice of I, I'm starting from I square, because this is the first number I'll be able to cross out. So starting from here, I'll go till less than equals to n, j plus equals to I, right? And for that. So yeah, these are two very important optimization of Sieve algorithm, right? And this will make your code run much faster. So yeah. this is it for this lecture. Thank you guys for watching, and till the next video drops, keep coding. Thank you.